Hello, everyone. My name is TK Nakagaki. Welcome to the program. This is a peace conversation. As you can see, that our guest today, the Bidita has those coffee cup, so which means we are a little more relaxing way. So we just
exactly
talk.
Relaxed talking and conversation. Yeah,
right, conversation. So it's like not the presentation type of things, but rather
exactly.
Yeah. So share the feeling, share the thoughts, and but this is more natural dialogue in a way. I mean, natural conversation, and then
True.
I think so. I just for this program, I'm inviting the people who I know who are doing the peace work in a different ways. And so you've been involving us with interface ceremonies, and also we have an interview.
With last year.
What do you call the name? Face to face.
Face to face. Yeah, 2018.
So, right. So you were one of the guests who came, and so since then we have some I guess good relation. We have talking different things, and so I am very grateful that you are here today. And so as as a educational researcher and also the author, and Bidita Rahman today is our guest. So maybe we can start with this, because one of the reasons this program itself is started because of the 75th anniversary of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So this year, the August 6 and August 9 of 2020. That's actually marks the 75th anniversary of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombings. So in a way, this program is also try to bring the awareness of the 75th anniversary, and then the thinking of the nuclear issues and so forth too. But at the same time, many people do their peace work in a different ways. Each one has a different and then they can develop their own way. And so I thought it would be great to have you. And so you're, of course, the background of the revision is Muslim, and so I'm Islamic tradition, and so we kind of interesting to learn from you for different approach and so forth, even building the peace and so forth. So. Anyway, a little bit longer introduction, but this is a kind of a program by Heiwa Peace and Reconciliation Foundation of New York that I have. So thank you for your time and joining me today. And so I know this is corona.
Thank you, Doctor,
virus.
for inviting me. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm author and education researcher, and I completed my master's on education, especially like my specialty on school building leadership. And also right now I'm doing my certificate program in Harvard School of Education for 2 years program.
Oh, so that's why you have a Harvard cups.
Exactly. That's why that's the cup. Yeah, It's inspired me all the time, the symbols and, some logos.
Yeah, good school too, of course.
Yeah.
And, yeah, something aim at high is good too, I think.
Yeah. And also I'm writing articles, stories, poems about life, humans, psychological issues.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
Seems like you really like to write and so forth. I mean, I guess for your what do you call it?
It's my
Facebook?
It's my passion from my childhood.
So you
from my childhood. I'm writing from my childhood. I wrote like 6 to 7 years when I was 6 to 7 years old, and first I write poems first, and then stories, and then essay writing. I always took a good mark on essay, and also I keep myself diary journals. So that's developed me to write more and more and more. Now I'm writing all the time,
Oh, that's nice. I wish I have that kind of skill.
You have.
No,
I know. I read your book. You got lots of research on it.
The research part is interesting part, but the writing is not necessarily. But
writing is based on the research. Research on your mind, your thought, your ideas, and also outside of the world.
Yeah, it's true. So
it got lots of reading, and it gets lots of reading, and also analyzing your thoughts, deeper understanding. Yeah.
Right. By making the things, whatever you think, make it to the words.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It makes kind of
my thinking process, and how I think, and where things come from, and why this is thinking process like stimulating myself all the time. It's positive or negative, and I balancing both with writing.
Because you are actually whatever the understanding you express by your own word. So that's actually a very interesting way to summarize or understand how much you understand.
And writing is also a communication skill. It's the best communication skill,
Did you write like a poetry type of books too?
I had poetry type of books, and also I had motivational books. And my upcoming books it's coming soon about the motivation and also peace thought. Think about it. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And also coming soon the story also. Some sort of story.
So how do you choose what you wanted to write or what you wanted to do? Any particular method or just pure interest?
When I write, when I consider as a writer, so I mostly write about human and its existence. And also on the other hand, when I write about education, then I write mostly the deeper understanding about the education and also the students and teachers' mental considerations.
Okay. So so it's
and also I research a lot about education.
So it's so for education is something really key of your life in a way. And so what? But you mentioned science and education. Is that just only
Masters
the school?
in science?
Yeah,
Masters in science and education.
Which means you also study science, or
exactly, because it's included technological issues, psychological issues, and clinical and mental health issues. Everything involved with education.
Maybe I wanted to ask you one thing too, but I mean, since you've been coming to the attending for the peace ceremony and so forth, do you have any particular thoughts on the peace versus, I mean, with the interfaith gathering or the meaning of the interfaith? Does it because for me it is a little dialogue because therefore normally one religion, the other religion, they don't talk each other or even one school. So by having an interface itself is like opening up a little conversation or a little have some tea together or something. Then we have a little more the barrier is
you like
down.
Tea, right?
Yeah, I like tea and coffee too.
Tea is good. Yeah, coffee. I like coffee. But tea is also considerable.
It's kind of different things.
Tea is make you peace. The green tea is good for peace.
Yeah, so sometimes...
And coffee is for energize yourself, you build up your mental muscle.
Did you understand what I said? Yeah, okay.
No.
Oh, the question is basically...
It's cut the voice,
Right. I feel like somehow it's cut it here too. So I don't know what I can do. The problem for the
technology is always error. Human is error, so it's technology. So we can blame it.
Yeah, everybody make an error anyway. But
exactly.
So, even a preparation, everything supposed to be perfect, but then you just error happens. So which is
error happens.
So
it does. Yeah.
So, but at least somehow we learn from the mistakes too. So it's good. Because if you don't,
errors.
Yeah, if you don't errors, it's like a robot or something too. So
I don't learn. I don't understand. Yeah, if I don't learn, I don't understand things.
Right. Yeah, sure. So anyway, the question that I asked was so since 75th anniversary, is Japan, of course, is the country that experienced the nuclear weapons and so forth. But then since you're coming out of a different country, I wonder how other countries see the nuclear weapons or the things dropped to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Or do they learn anything about it, or like a World War II time. Because it's a different education. Since you're an educator, that would be kind of interesting to know for me, because normally we have a lot of kind of relation with like American people or Japanese people. How do they think? But then from the other country, how do they see, or what's their feeling of, the like Hiroshima or Nagasaki, the atomic
Actually, about the war and its history, most people don't understand, and most people don't know. I can understand your question, but in my opinion, in every country should know about the war and its history, because many people don't know about the historical chapter. It's a bad history. It's a bad history. In my opinion, in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki war is not for innocent people. It was disastrously dying many children, women, and other innocent people. In my sense, is war is not the solution. It's yes, many people in this world does not like your lifestyle, your strategies because of their inferiority or superiority complexity. This is the problem of mental distortions. I believe it's a mental distortions.
Okay.
Because action comes later. First, you plan in your head, which is deadly horrifying. Deadly horrifying. My comment on that sense is strictly sick people who support war, either its families, society, community, national, and internationals.
Okay.
Thinking let you think. Let you think that what's going on in the world and why this has happened. And I always mention about mental health, that it comes from the mind first. This is the deadly devotion of the box.
Okay.
Action comes later. So we have to understand and working on the mind. It need to be in specific effective and helpful way, not to kill people and with your nuclear power, with your voice, with your actions, with your the materials of the things to hit you.
Right.
So I believe that peace is very important things in that sense.
Oh, I see.
Rather than war.
Yeah.
Rather than war.
Because in a way, it's like 75th is for UN too. I mean, they build up the UN in order to create the peace, I guess. But so it's so the war's experience can make people think, how important the peace could be. But yet, after 75th years, that sometimes people start forgetting and so forth. And even President, talking about all those.
You can experience from the worst. This is the best thing you learn about.
Say it again. I missed it. The words.
It's actually we can learn from the worst. We can learn from the worst situation, worst disastrous situation.
Worst situation.
We can learn from it.
Okay. Yeah, because it's always a life too. I guess when we experience the kind of sort of like worst conditions and so forth, we learn many things. Yeah. So. Yeah. And because one thing nowadays, Japan, some people like Hiroshima, Nagasaki, is survivors are getting old. Because the one who experienced the war is like 75 years.
And they are getting mental trauma. They lost some relatives, families, and that they're thinking and feeling about the memory, and it was not feeling well.
Yeah.
It feels bad. They like in that time who are seeing in front of the things going to happen, and they are not they are not in that position, are they? I don't think so. It's a mental trauma. It completely stayed on the mind and always bothering it.
Yeah, and then sometimes beyond the thoughts, or sometimes one of the reasons that what they wanted to emphasize was that was so tragic, and then so nobody should experience those things. So that's part of the kind of message also. Once
Exactly.
you have a really bad experience, this is not like a good and bad or right or wrong, but rather it's just so devastating. So nobody should experience this kind of war or even like using the nuclear weapons itself. And nowadays, of course, like 10 times more than 100 times stronger, the power. So it's pretty much dangerous. And then if the one weapons are used, I guess a lot of devastation of the even like a planet itself. The natures and stuff like that.
I also heard that in the place where Hiroshima and Nagasaki was the nuclear bomb was devastating. Next 100 years, nobody born in that place.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they thought.
This is.
Yeah.
It was disaster.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, that much of the feeling that they have. So, yeah. So because but then the one thing is, of course, as after 75 years, and then so how we can maintain the peace, like from here, because we don't want to see, all those tragic things happens. So what do you think as an educator, maybe for this? But what do you think is important to, things to do to maintain the peace or create a more peaceful world?
Yeah, I believe that peace builds the strengths, not weakness. War builds weakness, and peace is something it's a solution. It's a solution, and war destroys, tears apart. Peace builds, strengthens, and restores a good memory. Communication is the best building source. To peace, like communicate with your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your friends. Doesn't matter with your limitations. You can connect. You have to connect with one another, and that's how we can build peace and practicing with it. And focusing on you can focus on dealing with your disharmony in your life in a generous, compassionate way and giving back to people in your community. You can learn, we can hear from your community about their problem and all that. Also maintain your own personal sense of harmony. This is a help you feel in sync with others. I believe that it cannot go completely. Because many people don't understand what is the peace. This is the 5 word. They just want know the 5 word, not the deeper sense of these words.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
So how they can do the mastery in that word? Okay. They don't know how to build a peace. What is peace and why I need peace? And how I create the world with peace. They don't know. Many people just manipulate it by some leaders or some conflictors. So we have to, if we build a world in peace, then we have to go to educate them about peace. And not only educate them, practicing all the time.
Right.
We are human. We ups and downs. We ups and downs. Our mental state is ups and downs all the time. But if we practice, then it will not go away, but it will minimize.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So, because we talked about a little bit about tea ceremony beforehand, but they have actually tea ceremony. They have a little spirit of what's the importance, and then there are 4 words that kind of famous for when they do the tea, which is wa ke se jaku. Wa is actually the peace. Wa will be created by ke is a respect, so kind of a mind of respect, and then se is the pure mind. You're always pure, so which means not away from the greed or away from your selfishness and so forth. And then the 4th one is actually calmness, quietness, or calming the mind. And so that's sort of based upon that by doing a tea. So what you learn is to be able to respect, to be able to really keep your mind pure, and then the quietness of the mind. Yeah, pure. Well, yeah, and then that your mind is
respect, quiet. Pure and calming. Yeah.
Yeah, calming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then that creates sort of like a
and also harmony. I can add with your conversation practice. Practice is very important.
Yeah.
I'm doing something, I'm talking something, but I don't practice that. It comes, it goes away.
Yeah, because it seems like for me also like a train. I mean, we do take care of our body, like health. You go to the health club or do the exercise, everything. But somehow we don't do much of the exercise our own mind. So maybe have a exercise or training of our mind might be also something that I feel very interesting to do.
Yeah, I'm practicing peace meditation.
Right.
There is three things of peace meditation. It's mindfulness. One is mindfulness, two is focused meditation, and three is movement. Mindfulness is understanding your thought and ideas. What comes, how it comes to my mind, and what is the source to comes to my mind. What is the environment, people, and the situation. So it's mindfulness, and focused is like focus on your breathing. Okay, your breathing and your sense how it works. And movement meditation is walking at nature, at your garden and all that, but very silently. You have to understand the silence of nature.
Yeah,
so it's practicing peace. Is the best way to in morning and bedtime.
Yeah, so it's like
that's how you can really, you can build peace too.
So it's actually taking care of the mind. Our mind itself is something that maybe we should be. I mean, like even this society, should be more emphasized probably. So that way maybe can guide peace and So hope that kind of education might be nice. Not just the knowledge, building all the knowledge or understanding, but also the taking care of your own mind, or actually being compassionate to others, or thinking of others.
Nobody can take care of nobody can take care of your mind, because everybody just see your action, not your thought, not your planning, not your in mind. So you have to take care of your mind. How it works, and it is work as it's worse or it's best. You have to assess by yourself. Self-assessment,
Sure. So that's some of your interest for the building a peace, or a key for the building a peace, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, great. So anyway, the time is running too. So if you have anything that you wanted to share, I mean, before we close, maybe if you wanted to share, this is something important, wanted to share with other people, then please do so.
Yeah, and also I can add my regular engaging activity with it's practicing meditation. If you love writing, then write. If you love painting, paint. If you love reading, read. Do what you like. Because if you like what you do and do what you like, it makes you more peace.
Okay, sure.
It makes you more peace. Why people people are restless in everyday life? They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand what they wants to understand, and they like, but they don't want to do. It's conflict. Conflicting mind is also the action on conflicting with people.
Okay, sure.
With nation and also international.
That's true.
It comes from here first. I always said about it comes from here first. This is the main devastating thing. Okay? This is the nuclear. This is the main nuclear.
Okay, sure.
No?
Right. Yeah, that's a good.
Everything from this here.
So we can start working on this nuclear to get rid of, get rid of,
exactly. Get rid of the nuclear from your brain.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And we are human, and we love being that. Sometimes life become restless, rude, and risk. When we lead a life, how should we think it will go well all the time? It's ups and down. It's like a curve. But if you note it down about the risk and upcoming possibilities or risk, and practicing the mindfulness, it will give you some techniques, strategies from your mind, and give you some positivity for your action. It's my best advice to give it to all.
Okay.
I believe.
Great. So thank you again for Bidita time, joining me today, and thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
Peace to you. And, so
yes,
I hope
appreciate your support and always coordination.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.